Let's face it. Hello, everyone joining us. Right now, the guys are warming up under practice. They got about 11 minutes to go. Uh, as soon as warm up ends, we will get this broadcast started. Thanks for coming by. Hope you guys enjoy this race. Tonight, they're racing at Homestead, and they'll be starting shortly. Hello everyone and welcome to the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Tonight, it's the Vice City 125, brought to you by NASRA, the National American Sim Racing Association. And last week we had a fantastic race at Daytona, and I expect nothing less here tonight at Homestead. Also want to give a special shout out to Snead Designs as well as Buttkicker for bringing this race to you guys tonight. Right now the guys are just going out for qualifying. To me, tonight's race is going to be very interesting. I watched practice. You guys were watching practice. I've seen a lot of loose cars. And a lot of guys look like they were trying to practice getting down to pit road speed coming off of turn 4 in case they have a green flag pit stop, which I do believe may happen tonight. We do have 3 segments tonight. Let me get that really quick because I believe it is... I just had another window. Tonight, our stage lengths are 30 laps, then stage 2 is 30 laps, and then stage 3 is 65 laps. They've got 4 sets of tires and 2 attempts at a green-white checkered tonight. Qualifying laps, they get 2, and we will see if we've got any guys out on it. Looks like we've got the number 20 out at the moment. So he's going to take his time. Kierman Church, driving that number 20 Toyota. Just getting started off. Looks like we got some guys running laps already. The number 3 of Chris Cinnamon had a great run at Daytona for a while, running up front. See what he can do here. Right now, his best lap is a 33.686, which is just under Dustin Scruggs, who ran a 33.319. And it looks like he cut off. And, you know, I'm expecting to see something a little like that tonight where the guys tag the wall. You see all those black marks up there from practice. To me, it was like watching it was almost like the Lady in Black had come to Homestead, Miami. But we'll see how the guys handle that tonight. As of right now, Dustin Scruggs is your leader on the pole. See what Kierman Church can do here in the number 20. This is going to be his first lap as he comes through 3 and 4. Running that kind of middle to high line through the corner, which I expect to see a lot of that tonight. He's going to come really close to that wall coming out of 4. And his first lap's going to be a 33.368. That's going to put him in second place right now. Sorry about that. And we'll see if he can't knock Dustin Scruggs off on this second lap. You hear he's full throttle here going down the backstretch. Lets off a little bit right there, letting the car coast. He's going a little lower this time in turn 3 and 4. We'll see if that's going to get him the lap time that he needs to take that pole position away coming off of 4. Church is going to turn a 33.68. So it looks like he's going to stay right there in second place for the time being. Let's go see who else is out there. Looks like Rhett Tucker's coming out of pit road. Going to run his time. We got about 6 minutes left here in qualifying. Not a rush. Just enough time to go out there, run your 2 laps, and kind of get a little break before we get this 125 lap race underway here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Once again, if this is your first time joining us, we want to thank you for watching us. Make sure you subscribe. You can come back here every Wednesday night and see these guys battle it out wherever they may be. We've got quite a few interesting tracks on the schedule for this season. I'm really excited to see how they turn out. One thing also, as Rhett makes his way around turn 3 and 4, he's going to take the green flag right here. Oh, no, it was actually a lap time. Sorry. He ran a 33.582. Right now, that's got him in fourth position, and Justin Lumpkin just took the pole position, running a 33.263. And that pushes Scruggs down to second and Church into third. And Clinton Castleberry's out on the track right now. He ran a 33.872 his last lap. Let's see if he can improve on that. Let off there, heading into turn 3 and 4. Trying to get that mid to low line to bring him through. Let's see what he can pull out of that lap. 33.633. Going to put him in sixth position. Go back to Rhett Tucker. Oh, looks like he already finished. Derek Mullins is on the track at the moment. He ran a 33.423. Looks like he's in fifth position. Robert Richards is on pit road. Looks like he might be coming out. And Alan Beard ran a 46.06. Looks like this will be his second lap. See what he can pull off here. In that Snead competition design car. Oh, see, he's getting a little loose there, coming in the center of 3 and 4. I've seen a lot of guys doing this, but he's still going to run a 33.444. It's going to start him in sixth position. Not a bad lap for being in the middle of turn 3 and 4 and coming sideways off that corner. So great job there. Let's number 27. He was fast in practice. Gabriel Ellison. I was watching him. He was at top of the speed charts during practice. We will see if he can bring out a qualifying lap time to back that up. Right now, it looks like we have Gabriel Ellison on the track and Clinton Snead right now just in front of him. Clinton's already, this is going to be his first lap, I believe, right here, 33.232. That's going to put him on the pole. I'm wondering if he's going to run a second lap or go with it, because his teammate was really fast in practice, so I don't know if he wants to try to do better than that or not. And Gabriel's coming down the backstretch as well. We're going to stay on Clinton to see what this second lap time is going to bring him. Driving that Toyota Supra. And he ran a 33.46 that next time by Gabriel. The same lap time as his teammate, 33.232. I don't think I've ever seen a tie for the pole position, but tonight we may see that. See if Gabriel has something under that hood that maybe he can grab just even a tenth faster than Clinton Snead. He's coming off a 4, coming to the start-finish line. Oh, that second lap was a 33.346. So Clinton Snead so far is your pole sitter. Got a couple guys who have not gone out. Maybe they're not going to qualify. Robert Richardson right now is making his way around. He's running 33.7. Oh, and he gets loose, touches the apron, and he's around. Oh, that is tough. The apron is very tricky at these tracks, and you start to get a little squirrely, and it just will whip that thing right around from under you. Looks like he's going to go ahead and bring it back into pits. I know he wanted something better than that, but unfortunately, with those circumstances, this is what he's left with. So we've got 37 seconds left in qualifying before we get this started. So qualifying has concluded, and we'll give you the rundown here. Maybe. My computer being a little weird. So Clinton Snead is your pole setter with Chris Cinnamon and... Oh, wait. This happened last time. Sorry, guys. My thing does not update correctly to who is in what position. I think I have to wait for everyone to grid. I'm really excited for tonight because Daytona is its own monster and it's so much fun to watch. And I believe that tonight's race is going to be just as good, if not better. We saw some great racing last week. Guys were rushing to get to that stage win, and stage wins are very important here in this league. And last week proved that you can win a stage but being there at the end is a totally different story, because the guy who won the first stage ended up getting in a really bad accident heading into the second stage. We are waiting for the drivers to get to their cars. Should be a fantastic race. Again, this is the Vice City 125 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Got teammates starting on the front row with Clinton Snead and Gabriel Ellison. My stuff is still not updated. I apologize. And then just behind them, Justin Lumpkin and Dustin Scruggs. Both of those guys were having strong runs last week at Daytona. And just a little bit further back behind them, we've got Rhett Tucker and Kierman Church in the number 20. Starting off in, I believe, row 3. And just behind them, let's see who we've got. Looks like we've got the number 22 of Derek Mullins and the number 11 of Dustin Scruggs. And then we've got Robert Richardson in that number 12. Alongside that number 16 of Tony Smith. And just behind the number 3 of Chris Cinnamon and the number 2 of Casey Herring. I believe we're going to go green this time. Yeah, the guys are coming down to the green flag side by side. Teammates going to start this race off, and the green flag is out. 125 laps to the end of this one. We will see how this one goes. We're going to have a lot of great battles, I believe. And let's see this from the blimp. Clinton has a great lead right there. He's getting in there nice and smooth, that low line. Oh, and the number 4 of Justin Lumpkin gets a little loose. We talked about that in practice and the pre-race. He saves it, though, keeps it going, loses a couple of spots. He's back to 7th, about to go to 8th if Clinton Castleberry can get around him on the outside. Take a look back here at Max Steck inside the 48 of Dylan Falovich, your points leader heading into tonight's race. Oh, really close to that wall. Almost left him no room. It's difficult to ride that high line and not tag that outside wall. But they're doing a great job. Chris Cinnamon checks up a little bit. 48 is going to try to go to the inside, while Max gains that position on Cinnamon. And then you have a battle here. Torrey Smith back here in 16th. Like that paint job. It's very race car-y. He's back here with Robert Richards just in front of him. We're going to check in on the leaders. Got a battle up here between teammates, between Ellison and Snead. See how this would play out. I imagine in the beginning of the race they're kind of, going to take it easy on each other, but as time progresses, at the end it's no holds barred, and it's anybody's race. It looks like Ellison has a great exit off of turn 4. Looks like he's going to go to the inside here, going into turn 1 and 2. Going to challenge him for the lead. And it looks like Snead may just let him go ahead and have it. He knows it's early in the race. It's lap 5 of 125. Oh, but he gains right back up on him. Oh, gives him a little push down the backstretch. As Snead goes ahead and backs off him, but Snead has a great run there in the center of the corner. Kind of reels him in. Take a look a little bit farther back. Dustin Scruggs is about 0.549 off the leader. So he's a little bit of a half of a second back. And Rhett Tucker right behind him. Looks like Rhett Tucker really wants to work on him. But it kind of looks like they're running the same line. So Rhett's kind of just letting off sooner, trying to get back into it sooner. As he's coming off of 4. Gets right up next to that wall. We'll right on board with him. See, lets off there. Lets off, kind of, eases back into it as he gets to the center of the corner. Gets a really good run right there. He may be able to get around Scruggs this turn. Is he going to go to the inside? No, he's just going to stay right here. He's comfortable. He's not going to push the issue. Kind of, saving tires. They've got 4 sets tonight, so you don't want to go put those to waste. They're running 75% fuel capacity for this race as well. So we'll see when these guys have to go pit. Oh, Scruggs gets that apron a little bit. Doesn't affect him too much, but it looks like Tucker here is going to go to the outside. No, he crosses over, goes to the inside as they head off into turn 3 and 4. I don't know if Tucker will have enough to get to him, though, because Scruggs is running that outside lane, and you will be faster coming off. But Tucker's not doing a bad job staying door to door with him as they head across the start-finish line. Teammates here as well. Looks like it's a teammate racing kind of night. First and second fighting for position, and third and fourth fighting for position. But if there's anybody you want to race against, you want it to be your teammate, because anybody else isn't going to race you as clean as your teammate, because he wants to see you be there at the end as well. Let's go back a little bit, back here to Derek Mullins and this battle for 5th position between the 22 of Derek Mullins and Kierman Church in the number 20. Just trying to see what the fastest lap was last lap. Looks like the fastest lap was Ellison with a 33.753. So he is taking the boys to school, as we'd say. And it looks like Derek's getting a great run. He's going to go to the inside here, heading into turn 1 and 2. He's going to challenge him. And it looks like he's going to take that 5th position away as the number 20 just gets in right behind. But the 20 is going to cross over, go to the inside, down the backstretch, attempt to take that position back. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so heading into turn 3 and 4. We got a battle up here between these two, side by side still. Rhett Tucker and Dustin Scruggs. Got a little wiggly there off of turn 4. Almost touched, but teammates, they know how each other races. And it looks like Tucker's got a really good run out of the corner, goes to the inside. Mullins is kind of catching these two guys. Side-by-side races is not what they want to do if they want to get away from the guys behind them. And now Tucker clears him and moves into third position. Go check in on here up front, and it looks like Clinton Snead is about 1.1 seconds back from your leader Ellison right now. Kind of just, taking it easy. One lap at a time, and he's not having any problems out there. We'll go back here and take a look at Justin Lumpkin, who was that car that got loose on the apron. It looks like he's working on Clinton Castleberry in the number 21. Oh, Clinton Castleberry checks up a lot. Lumpkin's going to have to check up, or is he going to go to the outside? He wants to go to the outside, but there wasn't enough room between the wall and him. He's just going to settle in behind him. He knows it's a long race. Doesn't want to ruin his race this early. And that is a smart decision on his part. Driving that number 4 Camaro as he heads off into turn 3 and 4. Take a look at Tony Smith back here in 9th position. It's a comfortable lead over the car behind him, which is Casey Herring, which I believe was your winner last week at segment 1. Made an unbelievable move at Daytona to take that stage win. And your points leader, Dylan Falovich, sitting in 11th position. You see Max Steck behind him getting a little loose there on the backstretch. Doing a fantastic job. Go through the rest of the field back here with Max Steck and Chris Cinnamon as they start to battle it out. Let me get to the points for you guys. So the points heading into tonight, Dylan Falovich is leading with 53 or 57 points. He has so he has 53 points or 57 points with Justin Lumpkin, last week's winner, sitting in second place with 53 points. Then it's Clinton Snead in third, Chris Cinnamon in fourth, Ellison in fifth, Tucker in sixth, Smith in seventh, Thompson in eighth, Herring in ninth, and Richards rounds out your top 10. It is a very tight race back there, though, with points. The leader, Dylan and Justin. Oh, and Max just taps the wall. He's been loose this whole time we've been watching. Just been waiting for him to smack the wall. And he did it a couple of times there. Let's see if that really affects him. And just behind him, it looks like Robert Richards is catching him as Chris Cinnamon now is running away from Max. And Max is really high in that high groove. He's probably got a lot of rubber on those tires after that incident. He's going to have to clean those off and get them back warmed up and ready to go. Ellison has increased his lead to a 1.78 as we see how far away the rest of the field really is. It is not, doesn't look like a lot, but 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds, that's quite a bit of time to gain on somebody who is setting the kind of lap times that he is. Right now, he is still the fastest car out on the track. Clinton Snead looks like he is the second fastest. Chris Cinnamon is fourth fastest, and Derek Mullins is third fastest. And I believe I saw Mullins going for a pass. I'm going to go back here and take a look. You can go to the outside of Dustin Scruggs. Get a closer look. Oh, and they touch. A lot of sparks going on here. Scruggs is not giving up, though. He doesn't want to give him the position, but Mullins has that outside lane. He's going to carry that momentum through 3 and 4 out to the front stretch. But here's Scruggs fighting back, not giving up. But Scruggs also has to look at Church. Church is here for the 5th position. Derek just passed him for the 4th position as we're on lap 21 of 125. And just behind him, looks like we got another battle between 3 cars. Your second place in points, Justin Lumpkin and Clinton Castleberry. Lumpkin going to the inside here with, looks like Tony Smith kind of wants to follow him. He's using that middle groove. All the other 2 are using that outside and inside lane. Lumpkin gets a really good run off of 4. He's going to get a push from Smith. This could catapult him into that 7th position. Every position is so precious in these races because right now you are racing for points. You're racing for that championship, and you're trying to be there at the end. You see everybody scatter on the backstretch. Here's a head off into turn 3 and 4. And Lumpkin is officially in 7th position, getting around Clinton Castleberry as we're on lap 23. Oh, it gets really high there. And so did Clinton Castleberry. Now he's got to fight back. He lost 2 positions in that corner. Tony Smith and Casey Herring passed him. He dropped all the way back to 10th position. And don't look behind him. He's got Dylan Falovich. So he tries to go to the outside to get a run around that number 2 car. And the 48 looks like he's going to get around Clinton Castleberry as well. And Clinton's not running slow times. He's running a 33 point. Oh, I'm sorry. That lap he ran a 35.7. As he's pushing the 48 down the backstretch. Ellison looks like he's about to lap the number 14 of Alan Baird, which also looks like a teammate of his. This has been a caution-free race so far. I imagine when the caution does come out for the end of the stage, I imagine they will all be coming down pit road and getting gas and tires. And Rhett Tucker, or actually Clinton Snead, dropped back to 4th. Rhett Tucker in 2nd, and Derek Mullins up to 3rd. Both of those guys got around the pole setter, or, well, 2nd place, Clinton Snead. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. Clinton Snead was your pole setter. Yeah, it looks like Clinton kind of wants to get back around Derek Mullins here. It's going to be difficult. Dustin Scruggs right behind Church right now, and Lumpkin back here still in 7th position with Tony Smith behind him and Herring behind him. And Chris Cinnamon just kind of relaxing in 12th, taking it easy on that car, that AC Delco. Max Steck, he's going to definitely want to come to pits when the caution comes out, because he may need a little repair done to that car. Not too much, not too bad. It doesn't look too shabby, but damage is damage nonetheless here on iRacing. As we're coming down to the end of stage 1, lap 28. Ellison has a 2-second lead over Rhett Tucker right now. Let's see if we can right on board here, see where. Yeah, you can see him. He's got him in his sights, and that is. He is actually chugging away at that gap between him and the leader. Keeping around 2 seconds though, but he does drop down to about a 1.8, 1.9 second difference between these two. And you see he's going full throttle down that backstretch. Lets off, coast in. He wants to go as low as he can. No one's talking to her. I don't know why she's talking. She does that randomly. As we're on lap 30 right now, and we're going to be, the caution flag will be coming out. And to the looks of it, Ellison is going to be your winner for this stage. Fantastic run for him. He started out front, and he made sure that he got around his teammate and just really checked out. And the caution is out. Gabriel Ellison is your first stage winner here at Homestead Miami Speedway. We'll see if we can't get a quick interview with him. Hey, Gabriel, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so you look really strong out there so far. You're able to get around your teammate, and you led just about every lap. How does the car feel, and is there anything that could change throughout the night?
Oh, well, she is tight. You get about 10 laps in the run, and this thing, it just won't turn. I mean, you're off throttle for forever, it feels like, especially coming from driving the Cup car. But, yeah, this is just a big tire-saving job, I reckon, especially in that last stage, 60-some laps. It's going to be a big, all about tires, I'm pretty sure.
And about how far can you guys go on a tank of gas?
I think we're 75%. It's gonna be like 40, roughly 45.
Okay, so we may see some green flag pit stops in that last segment then, if that's the case.
Yeah, if it goes green, you will for sure.
That's gonna be dangerous.
Yes, especially here, because this thing's already driving like a boat, and then you gotta try to dive down out of turn 4.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some wrecks for that.
All right, Gabriel. Well, congratulations on your stage win, and good luck for the rest of the night.
All right, thank you.
That was Gabriel Ellison, driver of the number 27, winning that first stage of the night. And he says that his car is very tight, but he may be tight, but he's taking everybody to school because no one was able to catch him on that run. And the next segment is 30 laps as well. Let's see if he can't get 2 wins tonight here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Gets off. Oh, I think, did Tucker beat him off pit lane? I think so. iRacing's going to give it to Rhett Tucker. Rhett with a fantastic pit stop. He ran a 14.4 second pit stop, while Ellison ran a 14.9. So those 0.5, I guess you want to say milliseconds, made a huge difference for Tucker as he comes out ahead of our stage winner. And while we're under caution, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and we'll be back right after this.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Snead Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution. To build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL.
And we are back here at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's a fantastic race so far. Ellison has been the leader for majority of this race, but he has a new challenger. Tucker was really reeling him in there at the end of that segment, so I would not be surprised to see what Tucker has in store for him here as we go into stage 2. And we'll see what kind of restart Tucker can pull off as well. And this is another 30-lap stint to the end of that segment, and then a 65-lap stint after that to the end of the race. Coming down to the green flag. See what Tucker can do here. Field is tightening up. Pace car is off. Tucker's waiting. And he's gone. Great restart there by Tucker. Ellison tried to stick with him, and a good restart by Snead, who's on the inside of Derek Mullins. Go back here to this pack. Got Justin Lumpkin on the outside coming out of turn 2. Really close to the outside wall. You can see everybody trying to get in line and get to their preferred spots. Looks like Lumpkin's trying to go to the inside of the 20. Dustin Scruggs can go to the outside. Lumpkin had to check up a little bit, but Scruggs was too hot coming out of the corner. Oh, and the 20 and the 2 are really going at it right now. Really close to each other. Looks like that's settled out for now. Looks like the 20 is going to go to the inside of the 2, coming out of turn 2. Down on the inside, down the back stretch. Goes to the inside. Is he going to clear him? He does clear. Oh, somebody is disappearing and reappearing. That kind of checked everybody up a little bit. 20 car does clear the number 2 of Casey Herring. And now Dustin Scruggs is working on Justin Lumpkin. Looks like Dustin gets just a little bit of a better run coming out of the turn than Justin does. But Justin's still able to hold him off just a little bit. As they head into turn 3 and 4. Oh, it looks like Lumpkin got into the wall a little bit coming out of turn 4. Definitely scraped it. Now Dustin Scruggs is going to go to that outside and go around him, and possibly the 48 of Dylan Falovich as well. And then we've got Chris Cinnamon behind him. Lumpkin's trying to get that really good run on that low side. He gets back into the gas. Looks like he got a little free there out of the turn. But Justin is not giving up. But right behind him, he's got a fast Chris Cinnamon and a fast Dylan Falovich. So he's going to have to either get back around that 11 car or deal with those behind him. Let's go back up front. Rhett Tucker still in the lead, with Ellison right behind him, just about 0.343 seconds back as they're heading down the front stretch, crossing for lap 40. Let's go ride on board with Derek Mullins, who is about a second behind these guys. Gonna ride on the gyro cam. That's everybody's favorite. As you see here, coming out of turn 4, it's a really good run. Still about a second back from the leaders as we watch those two battle it out. Down to a .133 between the leader and Gabriel. Get back here up front. Well, here at 10-4 Broadcasting, we kind of want to take a book or a little thing out of the Fox Sports book. We're going to do a couple of laps of Crank It Up so you guys can listen to the power of these guys and watch them go around this 1.5-mile Homestead Miami Speedway. And we are back here. Looks like Ellison is trying to go for the lead here. Heading off into turn 3 and 4. Goes to the inside of the 99 Rhett Tucker. He's trying. He's looking. And while they're doing this, it is cutting the interval for Derek Mullins down to a .849. I'm sorry. He is still 1 second back, but... Oh, so he is reeling them in. He's at a .7. They keep going back and forth, pulling each other back. When they race side by side like that, kind of creates like a parachute in a way where you got two guys running side by side. It kind of brings you back towards the people behind you, because when you're in that draft, you're both going faster. One's pushing you forward while the other one's pulling you. It's hard to explain if you've never seen it. But nonetheless, they want to make sure that they can stay out ahead of Derek Mullins. And Clinton Snead sitting right there in third place. And or Clinton Snead in fourth place. And Kiernan Church in fifth place. This is the first challenge that Ellison has had all night. And the question is, can Tucker stay ahead of him? Or at least stay with him if he does get around him. So that way he could possibly seal the deal on a win tonight. But just behind them, Derek Mullins is reeling them in really fast. I believe he's starting to catch their draft. So that's going to help him go a little bit faster to catch them. But that's also going to mean he's got to let off the gas sooner between the corners. Just because he is gaining more speed attempting to pull up to those guys. So it looks like our second place, or Justin Lumpkin, second place in points, back here sitting in 14th. He's about 7 seconds off the lead. It looks like he's just right now just relaxing where he's at, taking it easy. He did tag that wall on the backstretch, got loose, so it could have changed the handling of the car. Nonetheless, see, he is kind of loose there coming off the corner. It looks like he was stepping out just a little bit as he's trying to get around Max Steck for that 13th position. Looks like he may clear him in the middle of 1 and 2, but Max has got momentum on the outside, and he is going to clear him heading off to the backstretch. Go up a little bit more. Your points leader, Dylan Falovich, sitting in 8th position right now, just behind Dustin Scruggs and right in front of Chris Cinnamon. These guys are handling these cars really well from what I saw in practice, because they were very, very loose in practice. But I imagine in practice you're going for all you can get and you're pushing as far as you can go. So I completely understand that. as we're approaching lap 51 of 125, fastly approaching halfway. And we're also approaching the end of segment 2 here shortly. About lap 60, I believe, or 65. I'm not sure if my overlays actually update when they do those things. And back here in the back, looks like we got quite the kind of battle going on between Bullock and Stack. And number 28 is trying to get around the number 5 of Max. And they've got just behind them, Ben Gronowski. And just inside of him is Torrey Thompson, who is 5 laps down at the moment. Oh, and Torrey Thompson tags that wall. And number 13 is just going to go right on by him to the inside. As we go back up front here. And Tucker kind of has a cushion now. Can feel a little bit better about that. And Mullins is just kind of still in his same position. He's there, but he's not there. But he's just about 0.8 seconds back from the leader. We're coming to lap 55 of 125 here on 10-4 Broadcasting. I want to give a special shout out to the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series. I want to thank them for bringing us on board for the action every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. We are planning to expand to more streaming platforms, so that way, whatever you prefer to watch these guys race on, you're able to do that. And also, I believe these guys have a truck race on Friday nights as well. Tuesday nights is their cup. So Tuesday they've got their cup race. Wednesday night they've got their Xfinity series right here on 10-4 Broadcasting. And then on Friday nights they have their truck series. So also want to make sure you follow their Facebook page, their Twitter, all their social medias, just so you can stay up to date on all the action inside of the league, which has fantastic racing all around. And if you enjoy watching the races, make sure you share us with your friends. We broadcast Wednesdays and Thursday nights for 2 different leagues, and we enjoy doing it because it's, when there's no NASCAR on, what else are we supposed to watch? So everybody kind of turns to iRacing to kind of get that fixed, because these guys, if you ask me, they race better than the NASCAR drivers when they attempted to do virtual races back when the pandemic started, because those were messy. I don't know if anybody watched them or remember them. Kind of things were all over the place. Clint Boyer was hilarious, but nonetheless, here tonight, we are on lap 57 of 125. I will look into that, McKinnon. I appreciate that. I will definitely look into that. I've had a couple of issues with my computer not reading overlays that I have, so I've been trying to work that out. Because I have better ones, but for some reason won't load on this computer. But thank you for that, Michael. I will look into that. Riggs now has a 0.6 lead over Ellison. This is the longest lead anyone has had over Ellison tonight. And just behind him, Mullins has fallen to a 1.66 second gap between him and the leader. And just behind him, Snead sitting in that 4th position. And then Herring sitting back there in 5th position, right at your top 5. Lap 59 here, coming to the end, close to the end of segment 2, before we go into that long 65-lap shootout in stage 3. Now, I do believe, since we've had no cautions tonight, That just tells you how good these guys are. No cautions, to me, is great racing, because that means the guys are out there taking care of their cars. They're out there trying to work for those positions, and they're racing each other really clean. We'll come back up to Tucker, who's coming across the start-finish line. And the caution flag is out. Rhett Tucker is going to be your winner for Stage 2 here tonight at the Vice City 125. Let's see if we can't get a word with him really quick. Oh, I don't think he's in Discord. So, congratulations, Tucker. Fantastic job on bringing home that win here in Stage 2. We're going to go ahead and, since we can't pull him, we're going to pull up our pole sitter, Clinton Snead, and see how he's doing tonight. Hey, Clinton, it's Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so starting on the pole, right now you're sitting in 4th position. How's the car handling?
It's not too bad. It's tight over the long run. I think everybody's kind of struggling with that. So for this last stage, it's going to be all about, saving tires and pitting at the right time if it goes green, and seeing if we can be there at the end.
Well, I do believe after the racing we've seen so far tonight, I believe that we will get a green flag pit stop, and that's just, it's going to be hairy, but it's going to be exciting nonetheless for everybody watching.
Yeah, it's getting on pit road here is pretty tricky, so it's going to be about no mistakes here in the last stage, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, good luck. So far you've stayed in the top 5, and hopefully you can finish strong.
Thanks.
Okay. That was Clinton Snead in that number 49 Toyota Supra. And it looks like Riggs is going to get, or Tucker is going to get off pit road first again, as he had no issues getting out of pits. Tucker, your leader still here, as we are coming down to 65 laps here in this final segment. We'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, we're going to step away to thank our sponsors, and we'll be right back after this.
Site will then easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Having some technical difficulties there. I apologize. Sometimes the commercials don't want to play, and the other times they play over each other, and I'm figuring it all out. I do apologize if anyone's ears were blown off by that. But here we are, coming to stage 3. The question is, who could challenge these two that have won the first and second stage? Ellison winning stage 1 and Tucker winning stage 2. As we're awaiting for the pace lights to go off, and there they go. Tucker's going to start to the inside with Ellison to the outside. Tucker had a great start there, or great restart on the beginning of that second stage as we are making our way around the track. Tucker is doing great, April. I really think he might be able to win this thing tonight. It's just going to depend. It's going to depend. This last segment, they're going to have to pit. Whether it's going to be under caution or green flag, that is to be determined. Now, if we get green flag pit stops, everything that happens in that pit stop is going to determine who's going to win this race. Because if Tucker makes a mistake, Ellison's going to win. If Ellison makes a mistake, Tucker is going to win. But do not rule out sitting back there in third place. Mullins has had a fast car, and he has been catching them. And don't forget your pole sitter of Clinton Snead in that number 49, starting right behind Ellison here as we get the green flag here rolling. And what a great restart by Tucker. He was ready for it. He did not waste any time to take that green flag. And Mullins looks like he's going to go to the inside of Snead. He's going to try to take that position away. We're going to ride on board here with Casey Herring just in front of him. Casey's in 5th position, and in front of him is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Snead has to let up because he's right on the back of Mullins, but he also wants to let up so he can, oh, and Mullins gets a little loose there and he saves it. That's what happens on cold tires. You cannot push your car as much as you think, and just like that, running 3rd position, going to fall all the way back to maybe 7th, 8th position. I know he has to be kicking himself right now for that mistake, but it happened early enough that he may be all right because it's lap 67 of 125. But what a save. That could have been disastrous for the rest of his night. But now he's going to be playing catch up as we come to turn 1 and 2. And he doesn't look as fast as he was. I don't know if that's because he's in traffic or just kind of taking it easy now that he's seen what could possibly happen on those tires. Go back up here to the lead. Rhett Tucker is your leader with Ellison just behind him. It looks like Casey Herring just went to 2nd, and something's happened to Clinton Snead. I'm trying to catch him. Something happened here. He was running in 3rd position, and then all of a sudden now he is running in 16th. Let's see if we can't find what happened there. Go ahead and get a replay here. We're going to get this all wound up for you. So it looks like Snead is here in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Just in front of number 2. Oh, and he does the same thing that Mullins does. He gets a little sideways, saves it, goes the other direction, locks those brakes up, does a great job. Oh, smacks that inside wall. That is what's going to hurt that car. So your pole sitter right now has a long road ahead of him. It's going to be difficult, but it can be done. 65 laps here in this 3rd segment. And that is unfortunate for Clinton Snead. But now he kind of can play a different strategy than everybody else in pits, depending on damage. He is 11.7 seconds back from the leader. So we will keep an eye on him and see what he can do to possibly bring this car back up to the front. Back up to the front, Rhett Tucker is still your leader. Has about a 3.3 second lead over Ellison. Ellison just kind of almost running the same line as him because I believe he really wants to, he doesn't want Tucker to get too far away from him because that would not be good. Now, in the first segment, Ellison had a huge lead over everybody else. Well, not hugely, about a 2-second lead over everybody else. And Tucker hasn't been able to get much of a lead over Ellison, but it's enough to, keep it comfortable for him to just relax while he's out front. And right now, your first stage winner of the 2021 season here at the Snead Competition Design Xfinity Series, winning the Daytona Stage 1 last week in a amazing move, sitting in third place. You know, he has to be happy to be able to go from Daytona to a track like Homestead and still be able to be competitive and be near the front if anything were to happen to those two, because anything can happen, as we saw with Snead and Mullins, both guys running up front pretty much all night. And now we'll go check in with Mullins. He's just sitting back in 7th, really hasn't been able to do anything. And right now it looks like Alan Baird went to the pits, I believe, or he lost connection, not sure. But Clinton Snead right now up to 15th. Looks like he did. He's about 14.3 seconds off the leader back there, and you see that heavy left side damage to that car. It probably is really affecting him. Let's see if he's fighting the wheel at all. Not too bad. But I know it's probably not feeling the way that he would like it to. But Karen Church sitting in 4th position in that number 20 car. Having a great run tonight. And Dustin Scruggs, we talked about him a lot last week at Daytona. He was up front a lot. And what an exciting race that was. And tonight, I think we may go green the rest of the way. And right now, it looks like Derek Mullins is going to go to the inside. Oh, it's the inside of Dylan Falovich, your points leader. Oh, and they touch coming out of the turn. Both guys get off of each other. They knew right away that they were touching. Oh, and 48's going to try to pinch him down there, get that side draft off of him as he comes out of 4 here. Going way to the outside. He gets a good run. As they head off into turn 3 and 4. Mullins wants to get back up front where he was. He wants to get around these guys so that way he doesn't have to deal with them later after pits or anything. And I'm wondering when we're going to see our first people go down pit road just to kind of throw other people off. You can hear they're letting off so much heading into turn 1 and 2. And then just getting right back into it. And right now, a really tight battle up here for the lead. Ellison has the lead down to a .133. He's coming off of turn 3 and 4. Tucker has a better run off of 4 than he did. I think where he makes up his time is turn 1 and 2. And it looks like they pretty much stay the same through that corner. About a .20 lead over Ellison. And then we have to go back 2.5 seconds to Casey Herring. Sitting here back in 3rd. With Church just behind him by .7. Scruggs behind him. And Falovich in 6th. Derek Mullins in 7th. Clinton Castleberry sitting in 8th. Chris Cinnamon sitting in 9th. Brandon Bullock sitting in 10th. Justin Lumpkin, your 2nd place in points, sitting right there in 11th position. Tony Smith behind him. Max Steck behind him. Ben Gronowski sitting in 14th. Clinton Snead in 15th. Alan Bird is on pit road. Right now he is on a 1 and 19 second stop. Looks like he probably has some damage. He's getting that repaired. And then Torrey Thompson is the last car on the track, sitting in 17th position. And back up to the leaders. Looks like Tucker's kind of getting a little more space between him and Ellison as they come off of down the front stretch. Good little line of cars here. You see, looks like Allen is coming off a pit road there. Oh, we got a car sliding all over this. Looks like it's Justin Lumpkin. Saves it multiple times. I don't know how he did. But we're on lap 83 of 125, so let's, for another time tonight, let's crank it up. And we are back here on 10-4 Broadcasting. I want to thank you for coming out tonight, watching this fantastic race here at Homestead Miami Speedway, the Vice City 125, here at this mile and a half, based out of Homestead, Miami, Florida. And these two have really been battling really hard this race. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. About a .133 between those two. Oh, it sounded like somebody missed a shift or something in front of them. That was a weird noise. Who's in front of them? I can't tell. Looks like maybe Torrey Thompson. Oh, yeah, it sounds like he's about to blow up. Or maybe he's just letting the leaders by. Yeah. He was just letting the leaders by. That's what it sounded weird, so I thought something was going on with the car. Is he shifting through the corners? That's an interesting concept I haven't seen before. Well, not at Homestead anyways. I've seen other tracks where guys like to do that. But back to the leaders. Looks like Ellison's trying to go to the inside here. Lap 89 of 125. The laps are just ticking down quite fast, if I must say. They're running about 33, 34 second laps right now. A lot of the field is running 35s. As Clinton Snead is still on the lead lap. He's 25.5 seconds behind the leader. He's really going to need a caution to figure his situation out. if anything. Well, it looks like Max Steck is in the pits. Looks like he's the first one in pits for this final stint. And looks like, let's see if he gets some of that damage repaired as well. Right now, he's been on pit road for 21 seconds. He's just lost a lap. That will happen. Oh, and he's off and away, 14.7 seconds. Did not fix any of the damage. He went ahead and just kept it. And he's on his way, one lap down, along with Clinton Castleberry around. No caution. Not sure what happened there. We're going to have to get a replay of that. Let's go take a look. Massive damage to that number 21. The question is he going to be able to get it back around to pits? I wonder if he was trying to go to pits. Let's go take a look really quick. And it looks like coming out of turn 3 and 4, you see he's right here on the bottom lane. Just in front of, oh, it looks like he was trying to check out to go to the pits. Gets loose, smacks that inside wall, spins around, smacks the back end, and it rips the back of the car off. And then he head on into the wall. And that is what happened with Clinton Castleberry. Not the kind of night he wanted to have at all. It's being scored one lap down right now. Oh, that is tough. But I'm surprised that wasn't a caution. But a single car spin typically won't have a caution come out. So back up to the leaders. We've got looks like Clinton Snead is, oh yeah, sorry, I thought it said he was going to the pits. Oh, that's Ben. Ben Janowski is in the pits right now. Rhett Tucker, these two side by side here. Lap 94. Ellison to the inside. Tucker to the outside. Ellison's going to clear him, but Tucker's not going to give him the whole space. He's got his nose up there. Tucker to the outside. Ellison to the inside. Who's going to be able to pull this off tonight? Ellison goes to the inside, runs up the track a little bit, and looks like, oh, Tucker slows down to go to the pits, locks him up coming in, and I think that was his plan all along. Lap 95 of 125. They'll have about 30 laps to go on these tires. They will be good to go to the rest of the way. Now let's see when Ellis is going to come in. Right now, looks like Tucker, Scruggs, and Bullock are all in pit road right now, as well as Ellison's coming in right now. He's coming down pit road along with Casey Herring, Church as well. These two side by side, and Clinton Snead still out on the track trying to gain some spots, hoping maybe somebody will cause a caution trying to get to pit lane. And let's go catch up with the points leader sitting in 6th position. And now Rhett Tucker sitting in 10th place, back out on the track, going to the outside of Alan Baird. Oh, gets a little loose, trying to go around him on the outside. He has cooler tires, so that is going to happen. We saw that with Mullins. We saw that with Snead. So Tucker's got to keep that in mind to kind of keep himself grounded. Tucker back up to 4th, back up to 3rd. Clinton Snead is your leader right now. And Gabriel Ellison is right there on the backstretch, just coming out of pits with Rhett Tucker right behind him. But is Tucker going fast enough to catch him is the question. I don't think so. I think, let's see, pit road. Tucker was on pits for almost a whole 2 seconds longer than Ellison. That is exactly what I was talking about before we went into the 3rd segment, was the fact that if someone took longer, someone messed up on pit road, if we do not have a caution, that could decide the race. Gabriel Ellison ran a 14.6 while Rhett Tucker ran a 16.3. almost a 2-second difference in that pit stop. Clinton Snead is still your leader. He has not gone to the pits yet. He has 35 laps on this stint. I wonder how far he will go before he finally decides to bring it on in, because I believe everyone has made their final pit stop. So from here on out, it's everybody go. Yep, Clinton Snead is the last one to not pit. I believe he's just kind of trying to ride it out, only because his hope would be that somebody would wreck. As we go back here with Rhett Tucker in that number 99, trying to reel in Ellison, who will inherit the lead once Clinton Snead goes into the pits. And he has been no stranger to the lead tonight either. Him and Tucker have led quite a bit. As he goes on around Snead to the inside, and Ellison is now your leader, and Clinton Snead in second place, and Rhett Tucker in third, and Rhett's going to catch Snead really fast here. As we check out the rest of the field. A big battle back here for fourth and fifth position between Casey Herring and Kierman Church. Going to the inside is Herring, trying to get that run on the inside, but Church on the outside just has a lot of momentum coming out of the corner. And side by side, let's go ahead and ride on board with Mullins, see what he sees in this battle in front of him, because he's got to be loving this. Mullins, after that incident, is up to sixth position now. If you remember at the beginning of the stage, he got loose coming out of 3 and 4 and kind of took himself all the way back to about 7th or 8th. And right now, Clinton Snead, I'm really impressed. He's on a 39-lap stint. He's not gone to the pitch yet. He's sitting in third position right there, just in front of Church and Herring as they're catching him slowly. And it looks like he's going to let them go ahead and go to that inside for that position. So now Church sitting in the third position with Herring sitting in fourth. Now the question is, will Tucker be able to reel Ellison in? Right now, Ellison has a 1.5 second lead over Tucker. And we're on lap 103 of 125. So he does not have much time, but he does have enough time. And for the last time tonight, we're going to go crank it up 10-4 style. And we are back here on lap 107 of 125 here at the Vice City 125. I want to give a special shout out to the sponsors tonight bringing this race to you guys. Snead Designs, as well as Buttkicker. I want to thank those guys for bringing this action to you guys every week. And I'm excited to see what happens every week here with these races, because we have a fantastic schedule coming up. Let me read the schedule to you really quick. So tonight, we're at Homestead Miami Speedway. Next week, we're going to the Sin City 125 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be another night race. Oh, I believe. And then after that, we're going to head to our first road course of the season, the Sunday Drive 125 at Road Atlanta, full course. And then the following week after that is going to be probably my favorite race. We're going to be going to the Brickyard 200 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And after that, we get our first short track of the season, February 10th at Martinsville night. And after that, we go to the Twin City 125 at the Kansas track. And we go to Rockingham, New Hampshire, Pocono, Daytona road course at night. And then our playoffs start at Michigan, Chicagoland, and Darlington, while we end at Atlanta for the championship. Looks like 16 drivers will start in the playoffs, and only 4 will advance to Atlanta to bring home the trophy. So back to tonight's race. Ellison, still your leader. He has increased the gap between him and Tucker to 2.683 with about almost, we're coming to 10 laps to go here very shortly. About 14 laps to go right now here at Homestead. Caution free the entire night. You do like to see that. You do like to see these guys go out there and race it. Oh, and Torrey Thompson getting loose in the grass. No caution. If he can get it rolling. Okay, he just pulls it out and gets it towed, so that way he doesn't cause a caution. Torrey Thompson, right in front of the leaders, was getting loose and spinning out. Great job there getting out of the way. While Ellison's lead now increased to a 2.7 second lead over Tucker. So Rhett Tucker now seeing his chances dwindle at winning tonight's race, because Ellison right now, since his pit stop, has just been checking out. And maybe segment 2 or stage 2, Ellison was kind of holding back, seeing what Tucker had. So now that he figured that out, he's like, okay, stage 3, it's time to go after the pit stop. Because right now he is doing a fantastic job. Right now he's 3.3 seconds ahead of Tucker. So Tucker is slipping fast. But the rest of the field is also slipping fast, because Church is about 7 seconds behind the leader. And Tony Smith, if he's not careful, is going to go a lap down. Clinton Castleberry just went a lap down. Ben Janowski is a lap down. But Torrey Smith, at any given second, could have the leader right behind him. Let's take a look here, see how far back he... Oh, he's about a front stretch away from the leader, give or take. But Tony's last lap was a 35.2, while the leader's running a 34.6. So he's running about a half a second or more faster than Tony. Battle for third, Church and Herring. Looks like Herring just passed him. Let's go take a look. I think we just missed that. Oh, and now battle for fourth as well. Fourth and fifth. Got a three-way battle. Oh, and Church is in the wall. That's going to give Herring a great shot to go to the inside. and Mullins is going to catch him. Herring's going to go to the inside. You can hear them let off a lot heading into turn 1 and 2. You can just tell that these cars are very tight at the moment after these green flag runs, all at about 20 laps on their tires. And Mullins looking to the outside, doesn't know which lane he wants to go with. Try to go to the inside here. Oh, Church almost gets that wall again this time coming out of 4. And Herring's now going to clear Church. And now Mullins goes to the inside of Church in the middle of turn 1 and 2. That's a battle for 4th position. Herring now up to 3rd. Mullins still recovering from that earlier slide in the beginning of stage 3. Gets a little tight there, pushes Church up. Church gives him room as they head off down the front stretch, across the start-finish line. Coming to lap 118 of 125 here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Oh, it looks like they were going to touch there, almost coming off the corner. Mullins is trying his hardest to get into 4th position. He wants that spot. And he takes it from him. He tries to slide up. Church goes to the outside, lets up. And he's going to let him have it because that was going to be messy if not. And you can hear it going into turn 1. It almost sounds like they're slowing down for a caution. They let off so much to try to get into that corner. See now Tucker about 5 seconds back. See what I've got your points leader heading in tonight. Dylan Falovich sitting in 6th position right now, looking good. Coming off of a great week at Daytona last week. Chris Cinnamon sitting back in 8th position. And Justin Lumpkin, who has had a couple of close calls this race. 2nd in points. We'll see where he ends up after this race. And your pole sitter, Clinton Snead, probably really didn't get to fix much on pit road when he went in. He is 1 lap down right now. The first car lead lap down. So if a caution were to come out, he would be able to get that lucky dog. And let's go back up here, see if there's anything going on with the leaders. Looks like they're pretty settled down now. Everyone's getting pretty spread out. Brandon Bullock going around Ben Janowski. He is the last, or he rounds out the top 10. Brandon in that number 28. And then Max Steck sitting in 11th position. Tony Smith sitting in 12th, who is now the first car lead lap down. So Clinton Snead is no longer in position to get that back. As well as Ben Janowski is a lap down and Clinton Castleberry is a lap down with that damaged race car that we saw go spinning down the front stretch. We've gotten the 4 to go signal. Ellison is 3 to go. Ellison's making his way through 1 and 2. I should have mentioned at the beginning of this race, if you blink, you might miss it because they're running about 33-second, 35-second laps. And this race was 125 laps. And just like that, this race has been going for about an hour and about 120, 30 minutes. And it's coming to an end here really fast. 2 laps to go. As long as there's no caution, if Ellison takes that white flag, that'll be it. Ellison wins stage 1, comes out really strong in stage 2, and is going to bring home the dough in stage 3. Here at the Vice City 125 at Homestead Miami Speedway. One more time. around this mile and a half. Ellison's going to take the white flag. The final lap. As long as he can just bring it home and nothing happened, he's got this in the bag. Rhett Tucker sitting in second position. Your winner for stage 2 just was not able to have a good as pit stop as Ellison. Ellison going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Coming off of turn 4. Little wiggle there. Doesn't matter though, because Ellison is going to be your Vice City 125 winner here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Well, there you have it, guys. He is tearing it up. Let's go ahead and let's talk to the race winner. Gabriel, tell us how that pit stop went, because that I said in the beginning of stage 3, I said it's going to come down to that green flag pit stop. Whoever can have a better pit stop, get off pit lane faster, is going to win. And that is what happened tonight. You had a 2-second faster pit stop than Tucker did. Take us through kind of the stage 3 and just the whole I just stopped. My brain just stopped talking.
I got you.
Okay, you got me.
I understand. I know what you're asking. I got you. Yeah, pretty much. Where he got me on pit road there. I could not pass him. I couldn't I get to his bumper a couple times, but I didn't have nothing for him really. So I ended up passing him right before he pit because he got the wall. So I knew pretty much from running stage 2 and the first half of stage 3, I was going to have to get him in the pits because I don't think I was going to get him on track. So I really pushed the pit entry and everything. I don't know if you saw it or not. I was wobbling all over the place on the brakes, trying to get slowed down and not wreck. So I definitely took a risk there, but I figured if I didn't, then I wasn't going to win. So it ended up working out for me pretty good.
Well, I mean, it's a good night for you. You come home with a stage win and a victory in the race here at the Vice City 125. And, you did fantastic all night. You really didn't have any mistakes. You wobbled a couple times, but, that kind of happens at this kind of track sometimes.
Yeah.
And you just did a fantastic job from beginning to end to bring it home.
I appreciate it, man. That was pretty fun there.
Next week, we're going to head to Las Vegas. Kind of a different track. It's almost like an egg shape more than anything. Are you looking forward to Vegas? Are you good at Vegas? What's your thoughts on that?
I love 1.5-mile tracks, so I do really like Vegas. I really like it in the Cup car and the truck. I don't know if I've ever raced it in the Xfinity car. And I know it'll be different, a lot more slowing down in the corners, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be an exciting race. I like when these races go green, even though we do have the stage breaks. I love the stages because it kind of brings everybody back together and gives everybody a shot. But tonight's race was fantastic. Some hard battle between you and Tucker there at the front all night, and just great job entirely on the race tonight. You want to give anybody a shout out?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Clinton Snead for putting the series on here, and thanks to Michael McKinnon and Brady LaBeouf for doing the NASRA deal, and then thanks to you all at 10-4 for broadcasting for us.
Hey, no problem. Great race. Looking forward to next week at Las Vegas, And again, congratulations on your win.
Thank you, man.
All right, we're going to talk to second place finisher and stage 2 winner, Rhett Tucker. Rhett, you had such a great car in stage 2. I did not think that Ellison was really going to have anything for you the rest of the race, but come down to that pit stop. Tell me what happened in that pit stop.
Man, pit road gave me the lead, and pit road cost me the lead. That green flag pit stop, my car, they dropped the jack, and I didn't even know I was ready for like a second and a half. So I lost time there. I came out a second behind Gabe, and I don't know, the first 2 stages I felt like I had really good, I was really good at conserving my tires, and because I ran them down in the first stage, and then I kind of ran away in the second stage. But the tables turned in the third stage, man. I don't know if the track changed. I just couldn't get it to stay on the bottom, and it just got super tight on exit.
Well, and I know sometimes in your head you kind of it becomes a mental game when you get behind. You're kind of fighting yourself. You're like, come on, I know I'm better than this, and you kind of push the car a little bit more, and then it just kind of ends up being a wash. But
yep.
Nonetheless, you come away with a stage win, which is fantastic, and it's really going to help you in the points. I think right now you are sitting, I want to say...
Had a rough week at Daytona.
Yeah. Right now you're sitting in 6th place. So second place tonight is really going to boost you in points because you finished ahead of everybody that's ahead of you, except for Ellison. So you and Ellison will probably be really tight in points, but I believe that it's going to catapult you up there, maybe into the top 5. Probably top 3.
I'm excited for this series. We got a bunch of good drivers in here, kind of some rivalries going on, some partnerships going on. It'll be a good season for sure. I'm excited.
Well, next week is Las Vegas. How do you feel going into that?
Good. That's kind of in my wheelhouse. Homestead too. I just couldn't put it together. I couldn't, finish it off at the end tonight. But we'll go practice at Vegas and see what we got next week, man.
Well, congratulations on your stage win and second place. You got anybody you want to shout out to?
Thank you guys for doing the broadcast. It's awesome. Clinton Snead, Michael McKinnon, Brady LaBeouf, everybody at NASRA that puts this on, all the sponsors that help out, Malware Bytes, Prosper Engineering, Jeeps, Hummers, and Argos. My teammates, Dustin Scruggs, Clinton Castleberry for being here. And people that are watching. Sorry, I couldn't put it together. We'll work on it.
Well, good luck next week. Congratulations tonight, and we will see you next week at Vegas.
Thank you, guys.
And now, let's talk to our third place finisher, Kieran Church. You were kind of the dark horse, pretty much. You were competitive all night, but coming home in third has to feel really good. Tell me about how your night went.
It was a struggle from the beginning. I was trying to figure it out with that setup being as tight as it was. I couldn't get comfortable here like I normally am. And I'm not much of a big track guy myself. I'm more of a short track kind of person. But it was a struggle, that's for sure. Luckily, I had my teammates Matt Lee and Derek Fulton in my ear trying to help me through some of the lines.
Well, you had a big battle there at the end between you, Derek Mullins, and Casey Herring. You were in the back of that battle when I first jumped to it, but you ended up coming out on top ahead of both of them and finishing third place. What does this third place finish mean to you?
It's a good start. I missed last week, and it's a good start. I need to capitalize on some of the faster guys and try to be able to run their pace where I'm nowhere near it at this track for sure. But I lucked into that third place at 2 and 22, kind of got into it on the backstretch. Was able to capitalize on the mistakes.
Well, that's great job. Next week is Las Vegas. How do you feel about going to Vegas?
Well, it's another big track, so we'll see when we get there.
There you go. That's I like that. Take it one track at a time. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on third place. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank Matt Lee and Derek Fulton again for helping me through that whole deal, and I want to thank everybody at CGE for helping me out. Pavement Marking LLC, Orange Shoe Photography, and then I got to thank also Seven Seas Cruises and Entertainment, and then also Beleaf.
All right. Well, thank you so much. How do you say your first name? I want to say it correctly.
It's Kiernan.
Kiernan. Okay, so I was close. Not that great, but I was close. Kiernan. Okay, I won't mess it up from now on. So congratulations, Kiernan Church, on third place, and we'll see you next week at Las Vegas.
Thank you. See you next week.
Well, there you have it. First, second, and third place tonight. Fantastic race. We had some great battles with the leaders. I told you guys that those green flag pit stops were going to be the deciding factor in this, and I was right. 2 seconds on pit road, and Tucker told us that they dropped the jack and he wasn't moving for about a second and a half, and every time that's gonna hurt you. It's just you can't mess up on a green flag pit stop. Tough night for Clinton Snead. He was running really well and had that incident where he got loose. Mullins ended up coming through. I believe he finished in 7th for tonight. The race overall was fantastic. Green flag from beginning to end. Had a couple of wrecks, but they weren't in the racing groove, so therefore the caution does not come out usually in iRacing. And, great clean racing. We want to thank all of you guys for watching. Next week, same time, same place, right here at 10-4 Broadcasting. Make sure you subscribe to us on Facebook so that way you don't miss any of the action that we bring to you every week. From all of us here at 10-4,